Yo, what is up everybody? It is your favorite engineer, Drew, back with another video. And in this one, I'm going to be showing you how to sound like Nate Sib in the song Typical. So let's get into the video.
Don't believe it, I don't believe it. So don't try to put me down. You know I'll find a way. So tired of other girls, I want you in my whole world.
Alright, so as always, what you heard right there was the paid version of this preset that you could get right now on sale for only $9.99. After 1 week, this preset is going to go up to the normal value of my presets, which is $14.99. So if you guys are interested in the paid version, like I said, it's on sale. Go cop it. Link in the description, or you can search drewchavis.com. Let's get into what you guys came here for, and that is the breakdown of the free version. So let's hear what the free version is going to sound like.
So don't try to tell me now you're gonna walk away. I don't believe it, I don't believe it. So don't try to put me down.
So for a free preset, sounds really good, and that is only using stock FL plugins. But first plugin we're going to go into, this is the only non-stock plugin on this chain for the free version, and of course it's the auto tune. So in this case it's F sharp minor, retune speed I set to 4, flex tune set to 7, humanize at 2, and I found that this gave me a nice aggressive sounding auto tune. It was just enough to give me the sound I was going for. Alright, second plugin on the chain is the Fruity Parametric EQ2. All I did with this one is I wanted to cut a little bit of that low end energy. We're going to cut it by using a high pass or a low cut at 199 hertz, cutting all that low end rumble I don't need in my vocal. And then our second band, aka our last band in this plugin, is at 276 hertz. We're taking out 3.2 decibels there. Next plugin in the chain is the Fruity Compressor. Now, in the original song, these vocals are really compressed, really tight, so be very careful when you're recording it. I record my vocals peaking at -12 dB, so if your vocals are already at 0 right now, then this plugin might make your vocals insanely loud, so be very careful when using this plugin, and you might end up getting feedback. So we're gonna start with the threshold at -42, then the attack at 11.2 milliseconds, ratio 4:1, release at 56 milliseconds, 13.8 on the... Now basically this compressor just made it so that the vocal is a lot more even. It's starting to squash it and getting it super tight so I could fit it in the mix. So let me bypass it and bring it in, and you can hear what this compressor is doing.
Don't try to tell me now you're gonna walk away. I don't believe it, I don't believe it. So don't try to put me down. You know I'll find a way.
Right there, when I brought that compressor in, the vocal was a lot more consistent. It wasn't jumping all around the place, and you can hear it a lot better within the full mix. All right, next plugin we're gonna go into is a Fruity Limiter. I use this kind of as another compressor. This one's squashing it a lot more. I have the ceiling all the way down to -14.7. The gain is cranked to 17.9. So I'm gonna show you what this is doing. This is gonna give me a lot more volume, a lot more squash and tightness to this vocal. So let's hear what it's doing. So this is without.
Don't try to tell me now you're gonna walk away. I don't believe it, I don't believe it. So don't try to put me down. You know I'll find a way. So tired of other girls, I want you in my whole world.
All right, next plugin we're gonna go into is a Fruity Parametric EQ2. As you can see, we kind of stack these. So what I did with this is I have a few bands set. First one's at 226 hertz, taking out 5.3 decibels there. Then next at 650 hertz, we're taking out 7 decibels there, a little bit more of that mud. Then we're gonna boost 0.3 decibels at 1300 hertz, as well as 2 decibels at 5280 hertz. And then we're gonna use a high shelf and boost it by 2.9 decibels at 9500 hertz. And this is going to add a little bit of that top end shine. If you were recording on a condenser mic, I would probably bypass this EQ unless you feel like it needs it. Now we're going to do a little bit of controlling with our next EQ to get a little bit of that harshness out. So what we're going to do with this EQ is find some frequencies that we don't like. So in this case, I had more of that 234 hertz range. I brought out 5.7 decibels there. Then we're going to take out 3.1 decibels at 490 hertz. And the Q for this one is at 9%, so keep that in mind. What this does is just make the band tighter. Next one, we're going to set the band to 8% this time, so still pretty tight. And this time we're targeting that 1265 hertz range, taking out 8.1 decibels there. And then at 1800 hertz, we're taking out 7.4 decibels there. And then finally, we're taking out 1 decibel at 7386 hertz. All right, final plugin on the chain is another limiter. This one's doing some final volume control as well as adding a noise gate for my vocal. So settings for this is I turn the gain up by 8.5 decibels, ceiling at -4.7, doing some final peak control because there's going to be a lot of peaks that pop out in the mix before this. I also turn the attack to 2 milliseconds on the limiter, and then for the noise gate setting, I turn the threshold to -36.5, You're gonna have to adjust this to whatever works for you in your recording environment. And that was the final plugin on this vocal chain. This, like I said, this is the free version. If you guys enjoyed what you heard, make sure you go cop the paid version because I consider it like the pro version. It's gonna sound a lot better. But now that I've showed you the free version, let's hear what it sounds like once again with the beat. So let's go.
You think you're so popular, but cannot control yourself. He won't ever know, he won't ever know.
So right there, I gave you guys a little bit of an insight what this preset is doing. I bypassed it completely, which means no autotune, no EQs. I hate hearing my raw vocals, so sorry you guys had to hear that as well. And as always, the link for this preset is in the description. But if you want to support the channel and you also want a higher quality version with multiple tracks and fully set up for you to just plug your mic in and record, make sure you go to my website, drewtravis.com, or hit the link in the description and that will take you to my Nate Sib preset where you can buy and just record some fire song. Make sure you comment down below what artist you want me to do next or what type of mixing video or mastering video you want me to do next. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and stay tuned for future videos. Thanks for watching. Peace!